Hello YouTube, Freddie Cardona here. Welcome to the 1-year anniversary of Driving and the News. September 7th, 2022 was the very first episode uploaded to YouTube. Alright, enjoy the video.
Cash prize.
Hello YouTube, Freddie Cardona here. Welcome back to another Driving and the News for today, September 7th, 2023. This is our 1-year anniversary. 1 year ago today, we started this playlist. And here we are, 1 year later.
79 degrees at 7:40 on the September 7th. I'm Scott Stanford. Here's what's happening. The slow bake continues. Heat advisory still in effect until tomorrow. We're talking about real feels near 100 degrees. New York City schools open today. There's a school bus strike looming. Glenn Schuck's got us covered. A guy with a gun in Brooklyn gets out of his car and starts shooting at people crossing the street. Mayor Adams says there's no end in sight to the migrant crisis.
This issue will destroy New York City.
Did New Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers have a UFO sighting in New Jersey? He says yes, indeed. Checking sports, NFL regular season kicks off tonight. Yanks won, Mets lost. We're going to check in with Dean DeVore on this heat wave in just a second. But first, let's get back to the roads. Wins News Time, 7:41. Time once again for traffic and transit on the ones. Here's Karen Stewart.
The inbound George Washington Bridge is still better than an hour on the approaches. The Palisades stinks, and 46 and 4 very bad, and 8095 is the more than 1 hour delay that we're dealing with here. The inbound Lincoln Tunnel is about a 45-minute wait, and the inbound Holland Tunnel is looking at a delay too in that area, somewhere between 30 and 40 minutes. 59th Street Bridge is very busy right now. Not only inbound, especially from Northern Boulevard, but outbound as well. The inbound RFK is a very busy ride. Now we're packed on the BQE westbound from from Northern Boulevard down into Metropolitan Avenue. More jam ups into Flushing Avenue and Tillery Street, while the inbound Gowanus to the BQE eastbound is jammed from the 20th Street, around 20th Street, up into Atlantic Avenue. Let's see what other kind of trouble we can get into here. We've got police activity on the Brooklyn-bound Manhattan Bridge's lower level, where all lanes continue to be closed, and because of that, the BDN and Qs are severely disrupted both ways with this NYPD investigation on the Manhattan Bridge. As a matter of fact, the Bs are suspended in both directions. Keep it locked to 1010 wins. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes on the ones, and we will keep you posted. Alternate side of the street is in effect today. Our next report is 7:51. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the forecast, you really only need to know one thing.
It's so damn hot.
Yeah, drinking milk probably isn't the best idea. Let's check in with meteorologist Dean DeVore and see when this thing's going to end.
Scott, another sweaty, mostly sunny day for the city and near suburbs, although the inland suburbs may start to get some thunderstorm pops this afternoon that could be strong to severe with gusty winds and some downpours. And then while it's not quite as hot tomorrow, it's still very humid, so we've extended the heat advisories till 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. Showers and thunderstorms could get strong and gusty again tomorrow afternoon for the city and near suburbs. And then I think showers and some thunder on repeat at times this weekend. Concerned about flooding downpours. We've lost the heat this weekend, but the humidity will remain high, so the uncomfortability factor will remain high as well. We'll talk about that in the full 4-day forecast 10 minutes away on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
All right, thank you, Dean. And of course, this heat having its effect on classrooms out east where schools already started earlier in the week.
Town officials across Long Island have opened cooling centers because of the high temps, but it may surprise some that there are classrooms that have no AC. And at least one child here in the South Huntington School District became sick with heat exhaustion and had to be treated by a school nurse. Parents are shocked and upset across the island. One parent in Bethpage telling Newsday that she is taking her son to work instead of having him stay in a steaming hot classroom in Bethpage. Levittown and Port Washington, two other districts where some classrooms do not have AC. Some blame aging buildings for the problem. Other superintendents say it's in the works and plan to install AC in the future. Most of the island's 124 school districts started classes this week. Sophia Hall, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM in Huntington, Long Island.
And while those suburban schools opened up earlier in the week, you're up, New Yorkers. New York City schools indeed opened today, but of course not without its looming issues. Glenn Schuck in the Bronx.
So among the issues students will be facing today is this heat. Public schools say no outdoor activities from 10 to 6 today. Then there's this possible school bus strike Monday, and 21,000 migrant students are now entering the public school system. Rita Joseph chairs the City Council's Education Committee and spoke with us about concerns not enough multilingual teachers.
If you give us a new English language learners, make sure we have the support and the resources there to support us as well. And historically, ever since I was an educator, there was always historically a shortage in all of those areas: bilingual social workers, bilingual guidance counselors, bilingual special education teachers.
Mayor Adams and the school chancellor will be here at PS 121 in Allerton this morning to greet students as they arrive. Glenn Shuck, 1010 Wins, on 92.3 FM in the Bronx.
Wins News Time 7:45. Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn turned into the Wild West yesterday. Mac Rosenberg takes it from here.
It was about 3:30 Wednesday afternoon. The Hyundai Santa Fe was driving on Marcus Garvey Boulevard.
The three male shooting victims were crossing Marcus Garvey Boulevard from the east to the west side.
When Assistant Chief Scott Henderson says someone got out of that car waiting for them and shot the four people, 3 men and a woman. 2 of the men are critical, 1 stable. The woman was treated at the scene. After the shooting,
The vehicle made a right turn westbound on Myrtle Avenue, where that vehicle struck 2 uninvolved motorists.
then everyone got out and started running. 3 of the 4 suspects are now in custody. Mac Rosenberg, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in Bed-Stuy.
Well, Mayor Adams certainly has an untenable situation on his hands with the migrant crisis, and no apparent help coming from anywhere right now. At a town hall meeting last night, the mayor said he doesn't see an end to this problem.
This issue will destroy New York City. Destroy New York City. We're getting 10,000 migrants a month.
Well, the mayor says the city is supporting nearly 110,000 asylum seekers who have come to the 5 boroughs since last year. And speaking of sanctuary cities, Hoboken now saying, give us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses of books. Hoboken is now the first book sanctuary in New Jersey. Here's Jenny Pugh, the director of the Hoboken Library, who will not stand for bans on books.
By declaring our city as a book sanctuary, we're saying that we want to collect and uplift all the voices, especially our marginalized populations and communities.
Well, the scene in court was televised yesterday as the charges involving former President Trump and the 18 other defendants in the Georgia election case. Question is, would they all be tried together?
Prosecutors in Atlanta telling the judge they expect the trial of former President Trump and his 18 alleged co-conspirators to take 4 months and involve dozens of witnesses.
There are in excess of 150 witnesses that the state intends to call.
Prosecutors want to try all 19 defendants, including Trump, together, but Judge Scott McAfee seemed unconvinced.
I remain very skeptical, but we can. I'm willing to hear what you have to say on it.
It came in a hearing.
Very glary out the window today.
And Kenneth Chesborough each asked to stand trial alone and earlier than the others.
That's Aaron Katersky reporting. And new developments on the Trump classified documents case. ABC News laying out many details from the voice recordings that the former president's lead lawyer made last year after meeting with Mr. Trump at Mar-a-Lago. Sounds like Donald Trump knew about the raid on his house was coming.
That lawyer, Evan Corcoran, said that he specifically told Trump last year that if Trump didn't comply with the Justice Department subpoena for all classified documents, that the FBI could show up at Mar-a-Lago with a search warrant. Of course, that's exactly what happened nearly 3 months later, even though Trump called it completely shocking that the FBI would show up at Mar-a-Lago. We also reported that Evan Corcoran said that he was warned by another lawyer at Mar-a-Lago that day that if he tried to push Trump to comply with the subpoena, that Trump would, quote, go ballistic.
That's Mark Levine reporting. Wins News Time 7:48. Turns out online shopping actually benefits smaller brick and mortar stores rather than the big box stores. A new study says there's a direct link between e-commerce and the resurgence of the smaller guys.
So we actually found that the 5-year survival rate for new retail startups reached the highest level on record in 2019, which was the latest year for which data was available. So this is consistent with our theory that e-commerce tools were disproportionately helping smaller retailers.
That's Trevor Wagoner at the Computer and Communications Industry Association. A warning to GM, Ford, and Stellantis from the head of the union of the United Auto Workers. Their members are ready to strike.
United Auto Workers President Sean Fain says September 14th is almost here. It's a hard deadline to reach new contracts with big three automakers, and he says they're not close to a deal.
We told them, we don't want to see you wait until the last minute. If you're going to do the same thing you've done always and drag things out to the end and expect to get a deal, you're going to have problems. And here we are 8 days away, and we got a long way to go.
The union's demands include 46% across the board pay raises, a 32-hour week with 40 hours of pay, and union representation of workers at new battery plants.
That's correspondent Jennifer Kuiper. Wins News Time, 7:49. Going to check the roads next.
Every business seeks an advantage, whether it's having the best location, hiring top talent, or spotting trends before they happen. And now, the United States Postal Service can give your business a new advantage. Introducing USPS Ground Advantage. Reliable and affordable 2 to 5 day package shipping. It's the advantage you need at the price you want. Get the Ground Advantage at USPS.com/advantage. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America.
Staples has big savings on everything for school or the office. Save on school essentials like notebooks, pens, and crayons. In stock and backed by Staples Price Match Guarantee. Save on signs, banners, and posters from Staples Print and Marketing Services. And now save even more with $10 off document printing when you spend $40 or more. Get everything for the office and classroom for less at Staples. Ends 9/30. Exclusions and restrictions apply. See associate or visit staples.com/print for details. Price Match Guarantee and store only. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need.
I'm going to link the very first Driving in the News episode from September 7th, 2022 in the comments below, or in the description actually, so you can hear what was going on that particular day last year on September 7th.
On the ones, Karen Stewart, what's up at the GW?
The GW stinks. That's what's up with it. It really does. The inbound George is about an hour inbound for the upper and lower levels, and now approaching the tolls of the inbound George. Somebody broke down. Probably ran out of gas. The left lane is blocked there at the toll plaza. Inbound George, again, an hour at least. The inbound George, so for the upper is that number. The inbound George for the lower is 45 to 60 right now at least. The inbound Lincoln Tunnel is a 45-minute wait.
So just having thought about it, yeah, I'm going to link the video in the comments, not in the description. In the comments down below.
You're stuck. That's the number you got. Head to the tunnels if you can manage it. New Jersey, we've got the northbound New Jersey Turnpike car lanes at 13 with a crash blocking the right lane. Westbound Route 3 by Passaic Avenue for Nutley, we've got an accident. One lane is closed. Northbound Tonley Avenue, north of the lower level of 139 in Jersey City, we've got a crash with injuries. And the left lane is closed. NJ Transit is, before I open my mouth, let me make sure. Yeah, NJ Transit's on time. The path is on time. And all side of the street parking rules and regulations, they are in effect today citywide. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this 1-year anniversary of Driving in the News. I appreciate all the viewers who tune in and join me on my commute to work and sometimes on my commute home. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next Driving in the News.